Well, hello and welcome to the Web Monkey Show. My name is Alex, and yes, I know this is a very unusual way of me introducing my videos. Usually I'm sitting down, I've got my Web Monkey shirt on, I've got my microphone, and I'm recording professionally. Unfortunately, right now I'm in Santiago, Chile in South America, and I chose an apartment to stay in for the next few weeks, and it was not the smartest decision because my apartment is actually in a very busy street. Let me just give you a quick peek to what you can see from my apartment right there. That's the street right there. Today is Sunday, so it's not quite as busy today as it is usually during the week. So unfortunately, it's very noisy here, and I have to apologize in advance. Throughout this video, you might be hearing some background noise either from traffic or from my noisy neighbors, so I do apologize for that. But since I'm stuck here for the next few weeks, I just had to get out this video to you guys. So today we're going to be talking about Jetpack. Now, you probably have heard of Jetpack before. It is one of the most powerful, also one of the most popular plugins for WordPress. It's kind of like an army, what's it called, a Swiss Army knife that has lots of different kinds of functionality. It's not just one, it's not a plugin that offers just one functionality, but rather it offers lots of different kinds of functionalities, from security to performance to design and so on. Now, a brief history with Jetpack with me. I've had like a love and hate relationship with Jetpack. I used to love Jetpack many years ago because I felt like, wow, it's a very powerful plugin. It's got all these cool features. But then as I began to discover other plugins that offered similar functionality, I started to realize that, you know what, Jetpack has become like, think of like a box that's got like 20 items, right? And then in that box, you only end up using like 4 or 5 items. The remaining 15, 16 items are kind of useless. That was the kind of like the negative thoughts I had with Jetpack once I began to discover other plugins that did something similar. But in the past few months, Jetpack have actually improved some of the functionality that they offer. They now offer security, 24/7 scanning, backups, and so much more. So a few weeks ago, I decided to give Jetpack another shot, and I've used it for a few weeks now, and it's actually really good. So I really wanted to make this video to demonstrate to you the new Jetpack, the new improved Jetpack, if you will. So the thing about Jetpack is that you do have the free version of Jetpack, and then you also have a paid version of Jetpack. So what I'm going to do in this tutorial is I'll first of all introduce you to the free version of Jetpack. We'll discuss all the features, how you can make use of all the features of Jetpack, and then if you're interested, I will spend the last 15 or 20 minutes discussing the premium functionality that you get with the paid version of Jetpack. Also, in advance, let me just tell you, I'm an affiliate for WordPress. So if you're interested in getting the premium version of Jetpack, I will have my affiliate link in the description box below. So if you're interested in supporting me, helping me out, helping me make more videos like this, I would appreciate it if you used my affiliate link. So once again, let me just apologize for the rather unprofessional introduction, but I had no choice, and I do apologize in advance also for some of the background noise you will hear throughout this video. It is my fault. I should have been smarter when choosing an apartment. Hopefully in the future, I will not make the same mistake again. So without further ado, let's now talk about how you can use Jetpack. Alrighty, so let's get started. Now, the very first thing we'll have to do before we begin installing Jetpack would be to create an account on WordPress.com. You see, the developers of WordPress are actually the same developers of Jetpack. So in order for Jetpack to work fully on your site, you're going to need to connect your WordPress website to your WordPress.com account. So to create an account on WordPress.com is very easy. You go to WordPress.com, and then over here you click on Get Started, and then you just choose the kind of site you want to build. It's a blog, and mine is about movies. Continue. Let's just type in something in here, movie blog. Keep in mind that all this information is not it's not important. We're just filling out information so we can create an account on WordPress.com. So don't spend too much time choosing the right name or things like that. Just fill out something, okay? So let's continue. We'll choose the modern look. Okay. Keyword here would be movies. Okay. And now over here, you will see the option to have a free domain on WordPress.com.
So mine is loadmovies.foo.blog. That's fine. I'll just go ahead and select it. And then over here, just choose the start with a free site. Let's click in there. And there you go. Just choose your email address, add your username, your password, and then you can simply create your account. It's very, very easy. Now, I already have an account on WordPress.com. So I'll just go ahead now and simply log in. And okay, I'm just going to go back to WordPress.com. I don't need to go through all of this over again. Okay, so here is my back end on WordPress.com, my dashboard. So ideally, once you've logged into your WordPress.com account, you should see something like this. Anyway, let's go over to the back end of my site. This is the site I'm going to be installing Jetpack on, moviecharacters.com. It's basically just a sample blog site where I have some dummy content. I just use it for testing and for making tutorials, basically. All right, let's go over to the back end. And just like with any other normal plugin, we'll just install Jetpack. It's right here by Automattic, 5+ million active installations. This is one mighty popular plugin. All right, let's go ahead now and install. And then we'll just go ahead now and activate the plugin. And then in here, you will see this green button asking you to set up Jetpack. Yes, we will set up Jetpack. So basically, the idea here right now is to connect your WordPress website to your WordPress.com account. So just simply go ahead and click on approve. And there you go. Basically connecting our WordPress website to our WordPress.com account. So in here right now, you can just choose blog or choose the kind of website you actually have. This is important, by the way. So I'm going to choose blog. And then the topic of my website is about movies. So we'll choose that one, movies. I'm setting this site for myself. And then in here, you do have the paid plans for Jetpack. But we're going to start off with the free account first. So I'll click on start with free. And there you go, continue, and voila. So now we have fully connected Jetpack to our WordPress website. So basically in here, you can monitor and make use of all the Jetpack functionality, but I prefer using the traditional back end of WordPress. So down here, you will see WP admin. Just click in there and this will take you straight back to the back end of your website. So there you go. We're over here on Jetpack. And of course, this is my dashboard. You can see all the different kinds of functionality available. Awesome. We're going to go straight to settings. All right, so let's click on settings. Now, with the free version of Jetpack, you do have access to 6 main sections with Jetpack. You have security, performance, writing, sharing, discussion, and traffic. So I'll walk you through all these sections, starting off with security. Okay, so in here we have the backups and security scanning, but this is only available with the paid versions of Jetpack. We'll talk about this a bit later. But over here, you have access to something known as the downtime monitoring. So in case your site goes down, you will receive an alert from Jetpack telling you that, hey, look, your site is down. So to configure this, it's very easy. You turn it on. And then in here, you can click on the configure your notification settings. So this will take you back to WordPress.com. So in here right now, you can click on the WordPress.com email address. Click in there. And then you can actually choose a different email address, if you want, but you don't want to change this, okay? Because it should just be sent to the email address that you've used to set up your WordPress.com account. So there's really no need to change that, in my opinion. So let's just go back to our back end. All right, so this is turned on, fine, that's awesome. Now in here, you do have a very, very powerful function, which is the auto update plugins. So with Jetpack, you can actually determine which plugins you want to be updated automatically whenever an update is available for them. So you click on the link right here, and this will take you to a different page where you will see every single plugin currently active on your site. So you can see them right here. I have all of them available right there. So you can simply choose which actual plugins you want to run automatic updates for whenever they are available. I'm going to go with, of course, Jetpack in here. I'll go with Yoast SEO, and I'll just leave it at that. Now, the thing is, you want to be very, very careful with the kinds of plugins that you run automatic updates for. And the reason is because every potential update you run has the ability to break your site. Now, this is not likely to happen if you're using very good plugins, but there is always that possibility. So it could be that maybe the developers didn't test out the update properly, maybe the new update clashes with another one of your plugins or something like that. So you want to be careful whenever you run automatic updates on any of your plugins. However, I have chosen Jetpack and I've chosen Yoast because these are well-established plugins. They're well-maintained. I trust the developers of this plugin, so I will run automatic updates for them. But with lesser-known plugins and those from individual developers, smaller companies, you want to be a bit careful running automatic updates on them. All right, so be careful. All right, let's jump back to the back end. So in here, we do have the brute force attack protection enabled by default. This is great. If you don't know the brute force attack, it's basically an attack where a hacker attempts to guess the right combination of your password by trying out different combinations of letters, figures, symbols, and so on. So this basically will prevent such an attack from being successful. Very, very cool. And then finally, we have WordPress.com login. This basically allows users who have accounts on WordPress.com to be able to log into your website. Personally, I would not recommend this. You could go with it if you want, but I just don't see the point. Okay, if anyone's going to log into my site, I'd rather they actually have their account on my site rather than WordPress.com. But again, it's up to you. You can choose to turn this on and then make sure you also match accounts using email address, and then you can also require the two-step authentication. Very, very useful. But I'll just go ahead and turn this off. Okay, so that's it for security. Let's check out performance now. So over here, this is one of the really, really cool features that Jetpack provides you. So you can increase the speed and optimization of your site by turning this on. You have the performance and speed. Basically, you can load pages faster by allowing Jetpack to optimize your images and serve your images in static files. Yes, let's enable the site accelerator. And also make sure these are turned on. Speed up image load times, speed up static file load times. Awesome. And now in here, you have one of my all-time favorite functionalities provided by Jetpack. This is the lazy loading for images. What this does is that an image will only be loaded when a visitor has scrolled down to the point where that image is supposed to be displayed. So this will improve the speed at which your pages load. It's extremely cool function. So I'll turn this on. Turn on. Okay. All right, so we've got a few other features in here, but these are for the upgraded version of Jetpack. But again, with the free version, you have access to these 4 cool functionalities, and these are really, really cool in my humble opinion. So let's go over to writing now. So in here, you do have the ability to improve the way our content is displayed on your site. So in here, we've got media. And it says create full screen carousel slideshows for the images in your posts and pages. Okay, let's actually test this out, right? If I go to one of my posts in here, let's see, Terminator 2, let's edit this with the classic editor. Let me just quickly do something in here. I'm going to try and create a grid, or an image gallery rather. So let me just add some media. Let's create gallery, and I'll choose this image, Indiana Jones, Batman, Terminator, T-800, and let's create a new gallery, insert the gallery. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and update this. Go on, update. Okay, so let's view the post. So by default, come on, view post. All right, so by default, this is what users would see. If they click on any of the images, basically they just see the image enlarged, and that's it, right? So you can see, click on Terminator, and that's it, right? So nothing really cool here. Now with Jetpack, if you turn this on, which is display images in a full screen carousel gallery, let's turn this on, and then you can choose your color scheme. I'll go with black. let's go back in here, refresh. Now take a look at this. If I click on the image, right now you can see it's displayed in a much better way. You have like a carousel, they can slide through, you can see the images right there. And if any of these images have comments associated with them, you will see the comments right there at the bottom. So this is so much better than the default static way WordPress displays your gallery. So this is a pretty cool function to have. You can also show the photo EXIF metadata if you're into photography, things like that. All right, composing. This is one of the lesser valuable functionalities provided by Jetpack in my humble opinion. The first one is pretty cool though. You can enable the option to copy entire posts and pages. So as an example, let's just go to the posts page, all posts. All right. So by default, you can see we have the edit, quick edit, trash view options. If I turn this on, all right, now if I go back in here and refresh, now you will see that we have the ability to copy the contents of a post. So I can just click on copy in here as an example, and it will take me straight to a whole new post, and I can just change the title, change the content, and then hit publish. It's actually pretty cool. Let me close this. Now, write posts or pages in plain text Markdown syntax. Honestly, I had no idea what this was, but if you click on the I button right here, the information, you click on learn more. This will explain to you a bit more what this actually does. So basically, it lets you compose posts and comments with links, lists, yada, yada, yada. So in here, you have like an example. So if you typed or you wrote this down with a text editor, basically the Markdown function will transform or will convert these icons to content or something like that. Like, honestly, I had no idea what this was. So I don't know. It's not something I find useful in any way. You've also got the LaTeX markup language to write mathematical equations and formulas. If you're a mathematician, I'm pretty sure you might find this useful if you're writing equations on your site, but I'm not, so I'll just turn that off. And then finally, you have the compose using shortcodes to embed media from popular sites. You don't need this anymore because by default, WordPress right now is able to embed media pretty well from any external site, so you don't need to turn this on. All right, custom content types. Again, this is a bit underwhelming, but you can choose to activate testimonials and portfolios on your site, so you can now create testimonials. The problem though with this is that compared to plugins that actually offer testimonial functionality, this is pretty lackluster, because all you can do right here is just to add the customer's name and then the testimonial. That's it. There's nothing more in here. But with real plugins that offer testimonials functionality, you can add the position, name of the company, add an image, things like that. So I wouldn't recommend turning this on. Same goes with the portfolios. Again, you can only just add a name to the portfolio and then add the images in your portfolio. You've got much better plugins out there for creating portfolios and testimonials. So personally, I wouldn't recommend turning on either one of these two. All right, so you've got theme and enhancements. Pretty cool, actually. You can enable the Jetpack mobile theme. What this does is it will optimize your site for mobile view, and then you can choose several options like show excerpts instead of the full posts. Yes. You can show featured images. Awesome. Show an ad for the WordPress. No, I'm not going to show an ad at the footer of my mobile theme. So you can enable this. However, if you're currently satisfied and you're happy with the mobile version of your website, then you may not need to turn this on. Just keep your site as it is. But if you're not, this is a pretty cool option to have right here. Enhance the CSS customization panel. Maybe not very important, but let me just walk you through what this actually does. So if you turn this on, basically, if I go to Appearance right now and I go to Customize, all right, so from here, if I go to the additional CSS section right here, you will see some additional options, like you can now change the media width for your content. You will see the default width for your theme that you're currently using. I'm using GeneratePress and it's 1200. So if you want to make this the width of your content a bit shorter, you can reduce it right here if you wanted to. I won't recommend that. You can also start fresh, which is don't use the theme's original CSS. You tick this box and well, basically let's see, it's didn't change anything. Oh, okay, let me just go ahead and publish this real quick. The reason why this didn't change anything is because I think I'm using a child theme on this side. Let's just go to appearance themes real quick. GeneratePress. That's interesting. All right, let's just choose a new theme real quick. 2019, because I really want to see, I want you to see this in action. Okay, so this is the 2019 theme. Okay, let's go back to the back end. Go to appearance, go to customize, additional CSS. All right, so in here right now, if I choose don't use the theme's original CSS, basically right now you can see that the site looks really bad because no more styling is attached to it. So you might be thinking, why would I want to do this? Well, you may want to do this for testing purposes. Maybe you're learning how to write CSS code, so you could use this if you wanted to. But at the end of the day, if you're not learning how to use CSS or anything like that, you're not going to need to use any of this. Preprocessor, these are advanced CSS topics. I'm not gonna talk about this. So let's just go back. Let's click OK. Let's go back to my themes, and I'll just go back to GeneratePress. I'm not sure why it didn't change the styling for GeneratePress when I deactivated the CSS option. Anyway, not a problem. Let's go back to Jetpack. All right, so in here, we've got the widgets. So you can make extra widgets available for use on your site. Yes, let's do that. Enable widget visibility as well. Let's also turn that on. Okay, so with these two turned on, take a look at this. If I go back to appearance and I clicked on widgets, you will now begin to see a whole bunch of new widgets added. You will see blog stats, authors, Facebook, Goodreads, and so on. So you've got some pretty cool additional widgets that you can use to add more functionality and content to your site. But also, because we enabled the visibility feature for widgets, if you open up any of your widgets, you will see the visibility link right here. You click on visibility, and now you can determine where and when you want to show a particular widget. So as an example, you've got the show or hide. So let's say, for example, I only want to show this on the home page. I will say show if, and then in here where we have the drop down, I will choose the page is, and then I'll simply choose front page, and then I'll save. So right now, this will only display on the front page. Let's test this out. Let's go to the front end. So let's see. All right, so in here right now, you can see we've got the video, the Avengers Endgame trailer. Cool. If I go to the news category, now you can see it's no longer there because we've said only show that video on the home page. I go back to the home page, and now you can see it's right there. So you can get really specific with where and when you want to show your widgets. You also have access to show if it's a particular category, author, role, and so on. You can also add additional conditions. You have the plus button right here. So you can say show if it's certain something, or it's something else. But you can also say match all conditions, so now it becomes and. So basically, two conditions will have to be satisfied before this particular widget can be shown or hidden. So you can get really specific with when and how you want to display your widgets. Pretty cool. Okay, let me just close this. Let's go back to Jetpack, go back to settings. Okay, so we're under performance. No, we're under writing, I believe. Writing, yes. So let's scroll down here, and all right, so we do have the post by email. This is a very interesting function, but it's one I've never used before, and it's one I will likely never use. But basically, the idea here is that you can publish new posts without actually having access to your site. Basically, what this does is you'll basically send the contents of your proposed post to an email address, and then WordPress will then publish the content for you as a post. How does this work? Well, basically you can turn this on, publish posts, by sending an email, and then you can simply add the click on the create address in here, and then you'll have these address. So basically, once you're done composing your email, you simply send it to this particular address. But how does this actually work, right? Click on the I button here, click on learn more. So the way it works is that basically the title of your email will be used as the subject of your email will be used as the title of your post, and then the contents of your email will be used as the regular content of your post. Now with images, if you attached a single image, that will be displayed inline in your post, but if you attach multiple images, they'll be displayed as a gallery instead. So you've got some more explanation in here on shortcodes that you can use to further customize how the content should be displayed. But in all honesty, this isn't likely an option you might need, but it's good to know that it exists. So I don't know, just in case, right? So you do have that option in there. Finally, we do have the WordPress.com toolbar. So you can enable the toolbar right here, and this will give you a whole new design to your toolbar. So up here right now, you click on my sites and you can see your stats, activity, you can add pages, customize, and so on. So it's a different kind of look to your toolbar. You've got the reader where you can follow sites that you are basically following on WordPress.com if you want to. And then over here to the right, you can click on write, and this will take you straight to where you can compose a new post for your website. I'm just go back. And then the last two options, you've got your account in here. You can sign out of WordPress.com. And then of course, you got your bell for notifications, if any. But I prefer the traditional toolbar, so I'll just disable this option and go back to normal. Okay, well, that is it for writing. Let's check out sharing. Now, this is one of the better sections that Jetpack offers you, better functionality rather that Jetpack offers you, because with Jetpack, you can actually enable people to follow you on social media. You can allow people to share your content on social media. So instead of using plugins for those, Jetpack can do that for you, and it does it pretty well. So first one in here, we've got the automatically share your posts to social networks. Okay, let's go ahead and turn this on. So if you turn this on, you'll now have to connect your social media accounts to Jetpack naturally. So just click on connect your social media accounts. Let's click on the link right there. And oh, this didn't take us to the page it was supposed to be taken to. Okay, not a problem. If you see this, just click on Insights. Next to Traffic, click on Insights, choose your website. And then on the tools right here on the left, you will see Marketing. So you click on Marketing, and then you should see Connections right here. So just click on Connections. And then from here, you can connect Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Tumblr to your website. You click on Connect as an example, and then you choose, continue as you choose the pages, click next, and so on. It's very straightforward, not a problem. Let me just go ahead and cancel this one. Let's close that. We can also add the sharing buttons so that our readers can share our content on social media, which I think is fantastic. So let's add that one right there. And then we can also configure the sharing buttons. So let's click on the link. And okay, again, let's click Insights, choose our site, go to Tools, go to Marketing, and then you will see sharing buttons right here. Click on sharing buttons. And okay, so you can edit the label text, share this to something else if you wanted to, but you can also change the design of your icon. So by default, we have icon and text. You can go with text only, official buttons, which I don't like that. So let's just go with text only. You can add a more button if you wanted to. So when you do this, when people click on the more right here, you can then add additional links or social media platforms like LinkedIn, Reddit, Tumblr. So basically, this is exactly how it will look like. They will see Twitter, Facebook more, they click on more, then they will see LinkedIn, Reddit, and Tumblr. If you don't want to use the more button, it's very easy. You click on edit more buttons right here. Let's uncheck all these. Let's close. And then from here, you can just click on edit sharing buttons, and then you can add the additional links that you want. And then you can also just reorder them by clicking on reorder, and then you change the position, and that's pretty much it. Let's close this. You can also add the show like button if you wanted to. I don't particularly like the design of this, so I'll just uncheck this one. And then options, where would you like to show this sharing buttons? I will go with the posts only. I don't like them on my pages. Let's go ahead, save our changes. And now let's see how this actually looks like. Okay, so let's refresh. Let's scroll down here, and there you go. Share this. We've got Facebook, Reddit, Twitter, LinkedIn, Tumblr, and there you go. So it's a pretty cool functionality added by Jetpack. Not bad at all. And then, okay, we've got the like buttons. When visitors enjoy your content, let them show it with a like. Again, like I said, I don't like the particular design of this, so I'm just gonna go ahead and uncheck this. So that's it for sharing. Let's now go to the next section, which is of course discussion. Under the discussion section, we have the ability to enhance the comments section for our website. So by default, this is the comment section I currently have on my site. It's pretty bland, very basic. People can leave a comment, their name, email, and that's it. So it's very bland. But with Jetpack, we can improve the functionality. So let's go back in here and let's turn this on. Let visitors use a WordPress.com, Twitter, Facebook, or Google account to comment. Color scheme would be dark, yes. Enable pop-up business cards, correct. Enable markdown, nope. Enable comment likes, yes. Let visitors subscribe to new posts and comments via email, absolutely. Let's turn all these on. These are good options to have. And now let's go back to Firefox. Let's just try a different post. Let's go with Ben Affleck returns as Batman. Okay, let's just refresh, make sure the new changes have taken effect. Let's scroll down, and there you go. So now we have the new comments section, and you can see right now that they can add their comments, they can add their email, name, website. They also have the links where they can log in via Facebook, Twitter, and so on. And then down here, this is an issue I have with my theme. You can't see it, but if I highlight the text here, you can see and notify me of new comments via email. You have that box, and then you also have the second one here, notify me of new posts via email. So those two options are there. I know you can't see them, but it's an issue I have with my theme. But trust me, those two options are there. If you're having a similar issue, you might just need to just add some custom CSS to enable this text here to be in dark color so users can actually see the text. But that's the improvement we can make to the comment section via Jetpack. Pretty cool. And now let's go to the final section, which is traffic. Let me just save my settings real quick. Okay, let's go to traffic. All right. So in here right now, you've got the option for related posts. The way this works is that basically when a user has read the full contents of a post and they've scrolled all the way down, they will see Jetpack promoting additional posts that might be related to what they currently have just read. So you can come in here, show related content after posts, and then you can also highlight the related content with a heading. Also show a thumbnail image where available. I will highly recommend that you do this. Now the thing is this, okay? Jetpack will determine what posts are related based on the tags and categories that are associated with your posts, okay? So there is a logic to how Jetpack determines this. As always, you can click on the I button right here, click on learn more, And then you can actually see how Jetpack will determine what posts will be added to the related posts. So it's a great idea. I think it can keep your audience engaged, keep them clicking on new links on your site, keeping them on your site. And I think it's a pretty cool, neat function to have. But again, you need to make sure that your posts have categories and tags associated with them. That way Jetpack will know which posts are related to the post that's currently being read. All right, let's come down here. We've got the additional options in here, but this is for the upgrades. Site stats, pretty cool. Let's expand this one right here. So in here, it says expand to update settings for how visits are counted. Okay. Include a small chat in your admin bar with a 48-hour traffic snapshot. Cool. Hide the stats smiley face image. Not important. All right. So count logged in page views from. This is actually pretty neat. I will typically recommend subscriber right here, because subscribers typically are people who have an account on your site and who are coming to your site to read articles. So I would recommend you tick subscriber. Contributor, author, editor, admins, of course, you don't want to count this as traffic, because these are people who probably do some sort of work on your site. So you don't really want to count them as traffic. But subscribers, typically, you want to count those. Allow reports to be viewed by, of course, you can choose, maybe you want your editor to have access to the stats. Pretty cool, neat feature. And then in here, you have, again, one of the very best functions that Jetpack provides, generating shortened URLs for simpler sharing. This is absolutely amazing. You turn this on. Okay, now what this does is, let's go back to a post. Let's click on edit post here as an example. You will now see the get short link right here, right next to the edit button. You click on get short link, and there Jetpack will provide you with the shortened version of the URL. Absolutely amazing feature. I love this function. It's incredible. Let's close this. All right, so make sure that's turned on. And then we've got the site maps. You can choose to generate your XML site maps with Jetpack. However, if you're currently using an SEO plugin like Yoast or any other plugin that generates sitemaps, you don't need to turn this on. Just leave this as it is. You don't want to have more than one plugin generating sitemaps on your website. And then finally, we've got the site verification. Well, this isn't necessary. It helps, but it's not necessary. Also, if you currently have a plugin for SEO, it's more than likely that that plugin has already done this for you. So don't do the same thing over and over again. However, if you don't have an SEO plugin, simply turn this on right here, and then you can verify with Google. Make sure you are logged into your Google account, or you can log into Bing, Pinterest, and then simply add whatever they need you to do. You do have the links right here that will give you more information. So you can click on Google Search Console as an example. In here, you will have all the information that you need to connect your site to Google Console. Same goes with the Bing Webmaster, Pinterest, and so on. So you've got all the necessary instructions that you might need to attach or connect your site to those search engines. So that is it for the traffic section, and that's pretty much it for the free version of Jetpack. Before I round up this section, let's take a look at the site stats option right here. So this will take a while before you actually start getting some real information, but basically this is how it works. At a glance, you can see how many visits you've had, your best ever score, your posts and pages, things like that, the referrals, summaries. It will take probably, let's say, 24 to 48 hours before you actually start seeing more information in here. So that's it for the free version of Jetpack. I hope I've been able to do justice to this powerful plugin. But if you're interested in learning more about the paid version of Jetpack and what the additional functionalities are, well, let's continue. Okay, welcome back. If you've stuck around, I'm going to assume you're interested in learning more about the paid version of Jetpack and what you can get in return. Now, as you can see, we do have three different versions of the paid Jetpack. You've got the personal plan, you've got the premium plan, and then professional. In my humble opinion, the premium plan is the best because, yes, it's $9 per month or $99 per year, but in return, you get a lot of value. There's lots of really cool stuff that you get in here, as you can see. With the personal, yes, it's the cheapest at $3.50 per month, but in return, you don't get as much value as with the premium version of Jetpack. And then professional, of course, is best for organizations. So if you're interested, all you would have to do is just click on the buy premium. And then from here, just simply follow the prompts. Okay, you add your site address, and then you may need to log in to the backend. Oh, okay, so I didn't even have to log in. So eventually, you'll be brought to this page where you will have to make your payment either via credit card or debit card, or you can even pay with PayPal. Now, the thing is this, okay, I'm trying to show you the page, but you don't have to pay for the yearly plan. You can actually go monthly. I don't know why I can't see it here. Okay, here we go. So if you go to the back end and you go to plan, my plan, and then you see plans in here, you will see yearly billing, but then you can also switch to monthly billing. So that way you can maybe pay for the first month, second month, just to see if Jetpack is worth it. One other thing to note is that you do have a 30-day back money guarantee. So whether you're going with the monthly billing or yearly billing, you have 1 free month to check out Jetpack. And then if you feel like, yeah, I don't like Jetpack, you can always cancel before your free month runs out. So that's one tip to keep in mind. Okay, so once you have successfully paid, you will see something like this right here where Jetpack will say, thank you for paying, or we're setting up spam filters or things like that. That might take a while, so it's best you just go to the back end of your website. Don't bother waiting for the setup to finish because it could take as long as an hour, okay? So once you're at the back end, let's just jump straight down here to settings, okay? Now in here, I'm sorry that I already installed the Jetpack Premium on the moviecharacters.com. That's why right now you can see backups and security scanning is already complete. If yours isn't complete, you will see a blue button up here, like that says something like setup or something like that. You click on the setup button and then it will ask you to allow Jetpack to install a plugin known as VaultPress. You just allow and that's it. Jetpack will take care of the rest. Once Jetpack has finished installing VaultPress, you will see the VaultPress link down here. So you can just click on VaultPress. Alright, and then you should see something like this, okay? Maybe VaultPress might be making some backups currently or something like that. Mine has been backed up already, so you can see full backup is 100% complete. So basically, VaultPress is a security and backup plugin that would run backups for you on a daily basis, which is excellent. So you can see it right there. Mine is complete. Yours might be currently backing up. You will see backing up plugins, themes, or something like that. Anyway, let's go back to settings. Let's wait for a second. Okay, so from here right now, you will see the link that says configure your security scans. Let's check this out. Okay, I'm going to click on the link right there, and then you'll see this page. Okay, let's approve VaultPress to access our account. So we're authorizing. Okay, so we have my site here at themoviecharacters.com, and right there you can see that it says security, no threats found. You can click on activity link right here. And of course, it will show you the current activity taking place on the site. You can go to security as well in here, just to give you an idea of whether or not there are actually viruses or malware on your site. So as you can see right there, phew, your site is safe and sound. If we find any security threats on your site, we will email you. So right off the bat, this is an excellent feature available with the paid version of Jetpack because you get daily backups, but then you also get 24/7 scans on your website. And if there are any threats, you're going to get an email saying, hey, we've noticed that there's some malware on your site. So really, really excellent feature available with the paid version of Jetpack. Okay, let's just go back to the back end. I'm going to show you some really cool stuff. I think that's it for the paid version under security. Now with performance, you do have the media section where you can enable the high-speed ad-free video player. Please go ahead and enable this button right here. Now once this is done, you can then go to wordpress.com/media. When you do that, you will see your site available. So I'm going to click on mine right here, and then you will see the exact same files that you currently have in your own media library. You can see mine right here. You can see it's the exact same files in here. But check this out, okay? What I'm going to do right now is I am going to upload a new video to my media library. So check this out. I'm going to go to Add New, select Files, and then I'll just choose Alex's event as an example, okay? Open. So what I'm going to do right now is I'll pause the video and resume once the video has finished uploading to my media library. Okay, so as you can see right now, the video has finished uploading, but it's currently processing, and you can also see the Jetpack symbol right there. So I'm going to pause the video one more time and then wait until it's actually finished processing, but I wanted you to see the fact that once you finish uploading your video, you will see processing, and then you will see the Jetpack symbol just to notify you or let you know that indeed you're uploading the video to wordpress.com. All right, welcome back. Now, as you can see, the video has finished processing, and now if I click on the video right here, you can see the link says videos.files.wordpress.com. So this tells you right now that this video is not being stored on my web hosting plan, but rather it's on wordpress.com. Over here on my dashboard right now, if I refresh this page, and all right, so right now you can see that I do have the video right here. I also do have a thumbnail representing the video. That's why I do have two new files in here as opposed to the single video I have in my media library. But if I click on the video right here, click in there and then click on edit right here, you can see this is the URL, videos.files.wordpress.com. So I can decide to copy this link right now. And just to give you an example, I can go ahead and embed the link in a new post if I wanted to. Let me just go ahead, paste that link right there. And let's just wait for it to render. And there you go. You can preview just to make sure. Preview, and yep, there you go. And that's the video right there. Yay! All right, so there you go. It's very, very, very easy to now embed videos directly from WordPress.com straight to your post. And of course, people can also decide to share your video. They can click on the share button right here and then copy the Premier link, embed the video, or even download. If, by the way, you don't want people to be able to share your videos, all you need to do is you go to the actual file in your media library. So you can click on it right here, for example, and then in here you can simply uncheck this box right here, so no one will be able to share, embed, or download the video. So that's the really cool thing about the video functionality with Jetpack. You no longer need to store videos on your web hosting plan with your web hosting company. You can simply store the videos on WordPress.com, and if you're currently paying for a plan with your web host that gives you lots of database space, you may not need that plan any longer, because now, like I said, you can store videos on WordPress.com. So it might be something to take a look at. Okay, so let's just go ahead, close media, close this one right here. Let's go back to Jetpack, go to settings. And we are done with the performance section. Now, under writing, sharing, and then discussion, you don't have any additional functionality with the paid version of Jetpack. However, under traffic, this is where things get really, really spicy, because if you want to make money running ads on a website, well, Jetpack has amazing features for this. So first of all, we've got the ads. Show ads on the first article on your homepage or at the end of every page and post. Okay, just go ahead and enable ads and display an ad below each post. I would highly recommend you display your ads on your front page and your posts. You may not want to display ads on your pages and archives as well. Be careful about displaying ads on your website. It's a great way to make money, but you also don't want to make your site seem very bloated with ads everywhere. It can annoy your potential audience. Additional ad placements, again, be careful with where you want to display additional ads. Let's scroll all the way down here. Of course, you have the link right here to view your earnings once you start making money through ads. Related posts, we've talked about this already. Okay, search engine optimization. All right. Now, here's the thing, okay? If you currently have a plugin for SEO, whether it's Yoast or any one of those other plugins, you may not need to run this functionality here. You typically don't want to have more than one plugin taking care of your SEO, or even with your caching as an example, right? It's kind of like having two captains on one ship. It's not a good idea. But however, if you don't have Yoast SEO, you don't have any other SEO plugin, by all means, click on customize your SEO settings. All right. And then in here, you've got the WordPress.com has great SEO out of the box, blah, blah, blah. Just turn this on. Enable SEO tools to optimize your site for search engines. So let's turn that on. And right now you can see right here, we have the message here saying your SEO settings are managed by the following plugin Yoast SEO. So it's kind of like a warning with even Jetpack telling me that, hey, look, you already have a plugin taking care of SEO business. But nevertheless, if you don't have a plugin, just turn this on. All right. And then let's just go back to the back end. Okay, so from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and disable the Yoast SEO plugin I have. So let's just come down here, disable, or rather deactivate Yoast. And then let's go back to settings. Let's go to traffic, and then let's go back to the configure your SEO settings. I'm doing this because I want to show you the additional options in here. Okay, so now that we no longer have a plugin taking care of SEO, Jetpack now provides us with this additional settings. So you can customize how you want your front page, post, pages, tags, and archives to look like using the structure in here. You don't have to do anything in here. However, I would recommend that when you have the website meta, for your front page meta description, I would highly recommend that you customize this, okay, using your own words. Make sure it contains the keywords, key phrases associated with your website. So just add them in here and then simply save your settings. You can also show previews on how it will look like on Google, Facebook, and Twitter as well. So this is something I would highly recommend that you do if you don't have any SEO plugin. And let's just go back. But that's almost pretty much it. Going back to Jetpack settings, all this we've talked about already. So that's pretty much it for the paid version of Jetpack. What you get is you're going to get 24/7 security, malware scans, daily backups via WordPress. You'll now be able to host videos on WordPress.com, along with a host of other tools and features that we've already talked about. So going to your dashboard, from here, you will have access to your site stats, and then under my plan, you'll have access to, or quick access to certain functionalities such as your site security, spam filtering, video hosting. You can view your earnings, your analytics, and so on and so forth. So that's pretty much it for Jetpack. I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this rather long tutorial on how to use Jetpack, but my hope was that I will show you exactly how to use Jetpack from start to finish. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer as many as I can. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Be sure to share this video with anyone whom you feel might benefit from it. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Subscribe. I do upload tutorials like this on a regular basis. My name is Alex. It's been a pleasure teaching you how to use Jetpack. Oh, by the way, if you're interested in getting the paid version of Jetpack, I will have my affiliate link in the description box below. So just in case if you're interested and you'd like to support the channel, this would be a great way to support me and help me make more videos like this. Just use my affiliate link in the description box below. Thank you so much. My name is Alex, and I will talk to you next time. Bye bye.